Hello, hello. Can everyone hear me right now? Let's see. Perfect. Hi, Charles. Good to see you in here. Okay, perfect. Am I loud at all? Let me know. Ashley. Hi, Ashley. Perfect. Okay, good. There we go. So we are getting close to getting started. I'm pretty excited. Thank you all so much for participating in this and actually taking these steps to get started in this whole government contracting space. I will be sharing a lot today, so I'm going to give it a few more minutes for people to get in. And then we'll start like our introductions. And of course, I'll do like an introduction to myself as well. Hi, Precious. How you doing? How's everyone doing in the midst of this COVID-19 situation? Better than ever. Better than ever? Oh, okay. That is true, huh? It's educational. That is, it's definitely built for this. You can work from home. Oh, that's even better. More flexibility, more free time. You don't gotta get up and drive to work, all of that good stuff. So I can see that. Staying out of the way. It says Galaxy Note 10. What's your name? Staying out of the way. Farron. Okay. Okay. Nice to meet you. I don't blame you. I've been staying out of the way this entire time too, but I think now I'm really starting to like really take this thing serious and understand like this is a real issue. Like it's not just a few months that we'll be dealing with it. Like this really seems like it could possibly be with us until the end of the year, and even starting into the next year. So, aside from myself, like thinking about other people as well, like, geez, I'm hoping that they continue to bring up different opportunities for everywhere. Yeah, I'm with you, Trinae. I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon. Decent. Listen, Charles, I said the same thing. Like these state and local governments, they had to figure this out the hard way. Like they are on their own with this. So I will say I've been seeing that. Like I know in terms of like them working with the federal government, waiting for a response, and it did not happen the way they expected it to. So everyone had to react on their own. So I could see that decentralization going on. Um, and I'm not all for it. I do see, some downsides to it, of course, with everything. It has its ups and downs. But yeah, so I can see that. I can see that being a thing. I know, like I said before, I wasn't taking it serious. Today, I really just started doing some research, and I was like, but it's all good. So yeah, right now it's already 6:31, and I'm trying to be punctual because I have a habit of going over my time, and I don't want to necessarily do that this time around. I'm trying to keep it within an hour, and if there are any additional questions like afterwards, we'll be able to go through it together. So I'll go ahead and get into this presentation. Can everyone see the presentation? Am I sharing my screen?
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you. I forgot that you can speak on this thing. um, Got it. Okay. So again, my name is Shakia Kegler, and I'm the founder and CEO of GovLiaise. So GovLiaise is a business to government marketplace where we're focusing on simplifying the way small businesses sell to state and local government agencies. And we also want to work at the federal level as well. But because at the state and local level it's been decentralized and everyone's processes are completely different, we are developing a software platform that will allow a business to create one profile one time to get registered, certified, and bid on multiple opportunities with multiple government agencies. So stay tuned for that. We actually have it available now for businesses to go in and sign up and create a profile. I will be sharing that link with you at the end of this. Absolutely free. And then of course, as we scale and grow, you'll be able to scale and grow with us and be grandfathered into our first movers program. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm from Florida. I'm originally from St. Petersburg, Florida. And right after I graduated high school, one more thing. I'm the oldest of 5 girls. Just, and right after I graduated from high school, I ended up deciding to enlist in the Navy. So I served active duty for 5 years. You were in the Navy too. If we got some military personnel in the chat, drop it. Let us know. ABF 1. Okay, ABF 1 AO2. Let's talk about that. Brown Shoe Gang. GG Air Force. Yes, I see you, Chair Force. Just kidding, just kidding. But no, I no, yeah, I definitely, one of the best experiences I would say I've had in my life. Yeah, Chair Force. Sorry, that's what we call the Air Force. But we know you do a lot of work. You do a lot of work, Gigi. No taking away from that. And then, of course, while I was active duty, in addition to having the rate as an aviation ordnanceman, I also, how did this happen? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I also managed the department budget, weapons department budget for $400,000 operating budget. So I was able to go through different processes, working with the supply department, understanding how this actually works, and actually doing a lot of different outsourcing. At the time, I thought my department officers were insane because they always wanted to order stuff that we didn't have on the ship, and it required me to do a lot of work. So at the time, I mean, I was like, I don't want to do this. They're annoying, but I'm so much better off for it. I was able to see how that process actually worked. After military service, I ended up working at a pharmaceutical company and really helping them build out their government contracting and compliance department. And then I ended up branching out and still working with that company that I was working for, but I was selling different products on my own, and ended up selling more than $200,000 in products to the government agency. So, and that's after, I've only been out for 3 years now. So that's a pretty big deal for me. End up getting my company, and then decided to start GovLea to simplify the process. So I've had the opportunity to work with the Urban League, the Navy Outreach Department, Miramar. I'm a part of an organization called Young Government Contractors, where we're actually focusing on getting more millennials into the government contracting space because there's so many different opportunities to do business with government agencies. So we are working with that. I'm also woman-owned business certified as well. So, but since starting GovLea, I've had some pretty good successes. I've had some pretty bad failures as well. So I'll talk about both, just split second, but I already told you we want to definitely be that solution where business meets government agencies. But we, won first place in a few different pitch competitions, and were awarded a Involve Entrepreneurship Award, and then actually had the opportunity to go to The Hague in like Amsterdam area, but in the Netherlands, to go to Global Entrepreneurship Summit to represent the United States. So that was pretty huge. And then also I had an article in Success Magazine. So that's why I have that little issue on there. But yeah, so it's been pretty good so far. The initial software platform that we created, this is definitely one of my biggest failures, but the initial platform that we created, the MVP, we started to work with one of our local partners, and the platform just started to break. It was crashing. So we ended up having to completely start over. Let me turn this off. We had to start over from scratch. I was devastated, but so much better off for it. The new platform is amazing. And we actually can get ready to start launching now. So I'm actually going to stop talking about me and GovLea, and I kind of just want to do like some quick introduction so that way I can, scale who is in the audience, and then also so I can tailor the message in terms of what we were speaking to. So I want to know a little bit. Tell me your name, your company, and the services or products that your company provides. And also let us know where you are, like where you're located. So that way we can also tailor it around some of the state and local conversation around where you currently are. So drop it in the chat, or you can actually unmute yourself. Let's see how we do I don't want to do all that. If you can unmute yourself and just go speak to it, that's fine as well. Let's go ahead and do that.
Can you hear me, Sihi?
Yes, I can see. I can hear you.
So my name is Charles Kelly. I'm based out of Houston, Texas. I'm an accountant. I just finished passing my CPA exam, so My license
Oh.
just got approved, so I'm just waiting on my actual number to come in.
Oh man. Well, congratulations on that, Charles. I know we have been conversating through Instagram a little bit. So now we actually had a chance to talk, and then of course gonna continue to talk after this as well. So
Definitely.
yeah. And so with your business, tell us about your business too.
Yeah, so I do basic bookkeeping. I also do small business taxes, personal taxes, and I do consulting. And so most of my energy right now is for the last 2 years has been decentralizing businesses.
Oh wow.
So that's why I say it's better than ever, because for the last 2 years I've been talking about this on Instagram, and now people are like, "Oh, you're right." And so now it's actually a great time, but I know nothing about like government grants, and now I'm trying to get those power moves. So I'm trying to move into the government sector to get some money, because right now the small businesses, some of them are doing better, some are doing worse. Mm-hmm. So I just need something guaranteed.
I know that's the truth, because that's definitely one thing. You can still see that the government is purchasing during this time and offering life wraps for businesses that are, not able to sustain themselves. So that's huge. That's a huge like transition. Let's throw that out there. Well, thank you, Charles. I appreciate that. Mm-hmm. We have Ashley and Marilyn. She's a database manager. Then we also have Gia. She's a cybersecurity consultant. She's currently in a Northrop contractor. She says she's ready to get out of LA. Why are you ready to get out of? Oh, wait, you're ready to get out on your own, but you're located in LA. Precious is a data scientist, and she is located in Orlando. The name of her company is Buoyant Data. I'm scrolling through these. They're coming in pretty fast. Oh, wrong scroll. Wrong scroll, guys. I have Avard. He is ELJ Ventures. They're e-commerce company. E-commerce, what do you sell on your platform? Let us know, like what products that you sell, so that way it make it a little bit easier, because you never know, one of your customers or a potential partner could be in this live as well. And then we have All Trophy Logistics and Trucking Company based in South Carolina. All right. So yeah, definitely good opportunities to connect. Showroom Cleaning. We have Showroom Cleaning Express in here. We have Tangy Fredericks with software development company, and Tangy. I know Tangy extremely well with creative dev software and actually Regal Unicorn software as well. So Startup Life Software Consultancy. Hey, Whitney, how's it going? We have Nicole Walker in Tampa. She's a creator, a host. She also has a podcast. She leads podcasts. She's a leader, leadership and women of color empowerment. So that is pretty dope. Like, thank you all for being here. The time is now 6:41. So I'm actually going to go ahead and hop into some stuff. So this one is Decoding Government Contracting. And we'll go over introductions, goal setting, getting started, and then, of course, different things like certifying your business and finding different opportunities. So we will be talking about a little bit of government contracting in the space of federal and state government. We'll hit on state government because it takes so much time to go and navigate the websites, that's going to be a completely different the different webinars that I'll be able to do as well. So first things first, there is a there's a difference between government contracts and government grants. So a lot of people will ask me about, getting a contract to fund their business to buy, let's say it's a trucking company, they want to buy a truck, but the government contracts is more for the government agencies that are looking to buy some form of product or service from that business. So grants are usually used for organizations or initiatives to help fund a public safety initiative, a health initiative, any of those different things, education. So that's what grants are using. Grants is basically free money used to help you achieve that common goal. Government contracts, those are transactions between your business and a government agency, just as business to consumer is business to government process. So a little bit about that is because it's business initially it's still business to business. You're purchasing with a larger entity. The government, you have opportunities to do business with the government at multiple different levels of government. So you can do business at the federal government level, state and local municipality government levels as well. So at the federal government level, they spend over $500 billion on products and services from small businesses alone. But at the state and local government levels, they spend $1.7 trillion, and that's on all products and services. So it's not really, the data doesn't show how much is being purchased with small businesses, but just to let you know, their buying power is $1 trillion. So you can be doing, you can be selling products or services right in your own backyard to your local city, local county. And then because they purchase a wide variety of products and services, most commonly people think it's only for construction companies. And the answer is no. They purchase everything from paper, phones, consulting services, cleaning services, catering services, event planning services. They purchase a larger variety of products and services. So understand that there is an opportunity for mostly all businesses to do business with government agencies in some form of capacity. The next benefit of doing business with government agencies are that one, they purchase in bulk. So it's never onesies, twosies here or there. It's always, bulk. So we want 5,000 here, 50,000, 20,000, whatever the case may be. They always purchase in bulk. And when it comes to products, and then as it relates to services, these are year agreements. So year-long agreements, 2 years agreements, 3, 4, 5. So you'll have multiple year contracts to do business with these people. So that's why it's so easy in this space to be able to make millions of dollars, right? And then, of course, we spoke a little bit about being able to do business on multiple different government levels, federal, state, local, municipalities. But then you also have anchor institutions such as universities, universities and colleges, school boards. A lot of the police departments have their own procurement processes as well. Hospitals, there are opportunities to do business with publicly funded hospitals as well. So just look at where you are in the current ecosystem and figure out all of these different opportunities around you and what agencies can you reach out and touch to do business with. So that's the biggest thing. And even as it relates to the federal government agencies, look around you and your in your area to figure out what regional offices are there and who you can reach out and touch in these areas, because at the end of the day, it's still about building relationships and connecting. Another thing is I want to make sure that I'm saying this is supposed to be very interactive. So make sure that, if you have a question or if you hear something that triggers something, drop it in that chat section and we'll, be addressing it as we go. And the next thing is certifications. So small business certifications are set aside opportunities for minority-owned, women-owned, veteran-owned businesses, also businesses that are located in a certain area. So whether it's a hub zone, a historically underutilized business zone, or there's an opportunity to do business with a woman-owned business. So when I said with the federal government, they spend these $500 billion on these products and services, that means that some of those contracts were set aside for small businesses, women-owned businesses, and minority-owned businesses. And this gives you leverage and the opportunity to do business with government agencies. It doesn't guarantee you a contract, but what it does is it gives you that marketing advantage, right? So now after you've made that connection with that local agency, you can say, hey, for example, for me, I would connect with them. Well, I am connecting with them and letting them know about the products and services that we provide. Also letting them know we are a small veteran-owned, woman-owned business. I will go to that veteran-owned certification in a minute, but we are a small veteran-owned, woman-owned business. These are the services that we can provide, and this is how much we charge for this. So it kind of tailors the conversation around this is what we need, this is what we know we can get it for. Are there any other veteran-owned businesses that are out there? Because now they'll get that those points toward their supplier diversity or their small business set-aside goals, because they all have goals to meet. Well, not every agency has goals to meet, but at the federal level, at the state levels, they have different supplier diversity programs in place as well. Did I get through that? Did everybody understand that? Let me get a yes or no. If you need some clarification, let me know just a little bit. Okay. All right. Perfect. The next thing, no, Gigi. Okay. Let me go back a little bit. So, let's say because you were in the Air Force, you'll be able to get a veteran-owned certification for your business. So it's veteran-owned small business certification. So if you decide you want to go to the Department of Homeland Security. They have a location in LA, and you see an opportunity to reach out and talk to them. You'll be able to say, hey, I provide these type of services. You'll be able to send them your capability statement, and also letting them know that you are a woman-owned, veteran-owned, or minority-owned company. And then that will be able to help them understand how they will benefit from working with you. So because they have goals to work with veteran-owned, women-owned, and minority-owned businesses, when they work with you, it'll go towards their set-aside goals, right? So let's say the goal is 17% of all of the capital or all of the money that they spend per that year. Your business will help contribute to that goal. Is that a little bit better, Gigi? If not, we can always talk offline. Definitely, we can talk offline. The question is how to do so. Okay, Shayla, I'm going to get into that certification a little bit. This is just a high level overview of the benefits. Oh, you said how to do it. Gotcha. This is just a high level overview of the benefits. So next, guaranteed payments. These people have the money. They have the money. They are going to pay you. As long as you are doing the job and providing it in the amount of time that you need to, they are going to pay you. And finally, purchasing vehicles. So there are multiple different purchasing vehicles to go through. And then most people think that the only way to do business with a government agency is through the bidding and proposal process. So that is one of the ways. And those are open market and like simplified acquisition procedures in some cases. And there are two sides of like the purchasing spectrum that you want to be on. So you have the pre-acquisition side, and that's before it goes out to the public, before everyone knows about it. That's the pre-acquisition phase, and that's usually a sweet spot to be in because the competition is limited there, right? You don't have a lot of people in that pre-acquisition phase because most people only know about that bidding process, and they want to go and source the opportunities and bid on them. There's nothing wrong with that. That's an opportunity. It's a competitive process, but the competition is slimmer on the pre-acquisition side. So an example of some pre-acquisitions would be micro purchases. So these are purchases usually below $5,000 and $3,000 that can be purchased with a government credit card. And everyone wants those different opportunities because it makes it easier to go through it without all of the red tape. And that can be something simple. For example, Tangy, you have a software company. Maybe they just need a page on their website updated. They would be able to utilize your services, your company, to get that information, fixed in like maybe it's something really small. They just want to change something on there. They'll be able to work with you and make those micro purchases of, however the price is, as long as it's below whatever the micro purchasing threshold is for that particular agency, because they do vary at different levels. The next one would be subcontracting opportunities. That's more of an acquisition phase, but sole sourcing contracts. So there are opportunities to do sole source contract, but that's usually when your company provides some form of product or service in a way that no one else, and I mean no one else, can provide, right? And then you have the unsolicited proposals. So unsolicited proposal is when you basically create this proposal after, of course, you built the relationship or you talk with that particular agency or contracting officer. You create a proposal of what different products and services that your business provide, and you'll be able to submit an unsolicited proposal to these agencies as well. What auditing and accounting departments consider subcontracting? So I'll go back to the subcontracting right after this. So yeah, so that's what an unsolicited proposal is. And then you also have multiple award schedules. So multiple award schedules are more of like a database or an e-commerce style website where you can see contractors that already have approved contractor numbers, right? So because they have this approved contractor number, they don't usually have to go out for bid on these opportunities because they can work directly with these companies without going through the traditional solicitation and proposal process. right? So those are multiple award schedules. And the federal government has multiple award schedules. It's called the GSA or the FSS. And then also at state and local government agencies have multiple award schedules as well. So that's one way to look at it. Once you get that contractor number, and I can actually show you an example of how this works. So when I was active duty, we use a website called GSA Advantage, right? And all of the companies on this website, if I wanted to do business with them, if I wanted to like do business, I could go here to find these vendors. Oh gosh, what's going on with this internet? I can go here to find these vendors to do business with, and I wouldn't have to do too much in terms of the process. Let me hide this. Can everyone see this website, this GSA Advantage website, or are you still seeing the presentation? No. Okay, you're definitely still seeing the presentation. Let's go here to the entire screen. No, but then you'd see the chat. Let's see. Go here. Okay, now, how about now? Can we see it now? Perfect. All right. So this GSA Advantage website, right? And then let's say I wanted to search for services. And let me think. Can anyone? So this is actually an application process, extensive application process that you have to go through with the government. But yes, once you are registered, like at the federal level, once you're registered with SAM, you can go ahead and apply to be on the GSA. Be on a multiple award schedule as a GSA contractor. You'll get a GSA contractor number, but let me think of a service. Cleaning. Yeah, we have showroom cleaning express in here. So we're gonna go cleaning. Let's go cleaning. Do you have a SAM account? If you already have your SAM account, you'll definitely be able to go ahead and apply. I'm going to get back into registering with SAM right after this. I just really want to quickly show you how this process works. So right here, you see this company called Cadwell Cleaning. This is their contractor number. And if I wanted to do business with them, I'll just be able to go here, reach out to Cadwell Contracting and let them know what our requirements are and see if they are capable of providing this service to our agency or our organization. And it's that simple. That's how the multiple award schedules work, right? So that's still a part of the whole pre-acquisition phase because it's not going out to bid on different projects and stuff like that. So when we move into acquisition phase, those are the ones that you actually have to go out and you have to bid on. And then of course, subcontracting opportunities as well. Seal bids, but subcontracting opportunities as well. So as a subcontractor, when doing business with the government, there are two different types of contractors. So they have the prime contractor, and those are the ones who directly win these contracts, right? So let's say showroom cleaning or Made Authentic won this contract, right? But then they needed someone to provide to provide some transportation service. So then they went and got what was the name of the transportation company? All Trophies. Yeah, it was All Trophies. I didn't even see it, but I remember. So then they needed some help from All Trophies to actually move some furniture or something like that, or do something, right? So All Maids would be the prime contractor on this job, and they could subcontract that work out to All Trophies to provide those different services. So that's the difference between a prime contractor and subcontractor in the government space. And sometimes it's usually referred to as like tiered contractors. So first tier contractors, second tier contractors, those type of things. But we just stick with prime and sub because, you don't have to go through all of the different numbers and stuff. So right here, I'm going to take a quick pause, just quick to see, check to see if we got some questions. So what is the path to find those projects? With the GSA, I'll add some information in the email that I sent out about the GSA, how to get into those different opportunities. But mostly, like I was saying, with all of the other ones in the pre-acquisition phase, is usually building that rapport and building those relationships with the government agencies and the contracting officers. Charles, I'm about to get into SAM right now. This thing scrolls so fast. Can you see the presentation? Did I fix it? Yeah, you can see it. You can see it now. Got it. So GSA Advantage is just to see. Yes. So GSA Advantage, you can see other contractors, right? So if I wanted to go, I could. So there are a few different sites that you can use to see what other contractors are in the space. But GSA Advantage are for contractors who already have multiple award schedules in place. So to find the contracting officers in your local space, you have to figure out what agencies you want to do business with. And then, I'm actually going to go ahead and move into that space because this is a part of our goal setting technique as well. So in terms of doing business with the government, you have to really be clear about your goals and objectives. Understand, can you do this work? Do you have the capital and the capacity to do this work? And then, of course, do you have the team to be able to provide this work as well? And then what are you doing to ensure that you are building your business up for success in terms of with the government space? So we have a few different questions for you to ask like yourself in this space in terms of, really lining out what products and services that you'll be able to provide. Like really write them out, because you get a lot of people who will get in that space and, they find opportunities and they just want to do everything under the sun. You don't want to do that when it comes to working with government agencies. It actually makes your job a lot harder, but you want to be able to focus, because then it makes it easier for you to reach out to these agencies, let them know what products and services your business provides, and then you'll be known in that particular industry for the things that you provide. This was me, and this is true. So you'll be known in that particular industry for the things that you provide. So yeah, you want to really outline what products and services you have. And then of course, understanding what your geographical parameters are. Can you do business nationwide? If I'm a construction company based in Florida, if I'm a construction company based in Florida and I win a contract in California, but I'm a really small contractor, will this job bankrupt my business, basically? So really understanding if you can perform in those different areas, in those different realms. The next one is, what level of government is your business capable of doing business with in terms of financial capacity? So this is also like a part of one of those different things of, can you do business within your local and state and regional area, right? That won't necessarily be daunting on your business. And then also outlining those different agencies. So compiling a list of your products and services and a list of the local government agencies and departments that need your services, right? So another thing too with this is, a lot of people think that you have to go to purchasing to, get connected and start doing business with the government agencies. So the purchasing basically they have the money, right? They control the wallet, they control the credit card, right? But the people that you really want to speak to are the people within these individual departments who are in charge of managing the products or service that your business provide, right? So let's say, for example, a landscaping company. If I have a landscaping company, my goal wouldn't be to make a connection with purchasing. My goal would be to make a connection with either Parks and Recreation or any of the other water and sewer facilities, like anyone who's managing outdoor activities, right? That's where the focus needs to be. So like I said, compile that list of those government agencies and the departments that need your services. I'm actually going to skip this question section and go on into the next one. So because that plays into understanding and building out those capabilities for your business. So now that you have the products, the services, and who you can do business with, it's easier to create a marketing page for your business. So this is a snapshot, right? So a snapshot of what different products and services that your business provide, what's your qualifications, what's your credentials, what businesses, government agencies, or any other organizations have you done business with previously, what's your past performance like, and then of course all your basic business data. So what's your DUNS number, your cage code, and where's your business located, who's the contact person, all of that good stuff to really be able to reach out to you. And really understanding what you bring to the table for this government agency. Hold on one second. I'm going to get to this cage code in a minute. So now that we got through that, we're going to go ahead and get started. So this first one is about doing business with the federal government, right? So to do business with all government agencies, the cycles are usually the same. What if you're a new business and you have no past performance? Good question, Robert. I'm actually glad you said that. I forgot something. So if you're a new business, but you don't have, I guess, business past performance, use your personal experience, right? Have you done business in this space before? Utilize that stuff, because at the end of the day, you are your business, right? All of the work that I've done has, helped me prepare me to get to this level. And then also, if you don't, does your business partner with a CPA certification. So does your business partner have experience that they can leverage as well? And then, of course, partnering with different organizations, and that some organizations that provide the same services that you have, you can leverage their past performance as well. So does that explain it a little bit, Charles? So I think it may be a little bit different. So with your new CPA certification, but you've been in the whole financial space this entire time though, right, Charles? It don't matter how small. Listen, it's about we in a space to where we can make a lot of things look bigger than they actually are at this time. But making sure, the reason that I'm saying on that capability statement, you can use that because when you're responding to proposals and things of that nature, they will ask for references, right? So they'll just need some people that they can piggyback off of to understand, how you will perform, how you perform personally, or how your business performs. So, we've worked with Charles on this project. This is work, blah blah blah. So that works. That works as well. So I really hope that helps a little bit with that capability side of it. So then going back into the cycle for doing business with the government. So it's pretty much the same. You register as a vendor, you can get certified. It's, like I said, it's a marketing advantage. It doesn't guarantee that you'll get a contract, but it's a really good marketing advantage. So you don't have to, and also you don't have to be certified in order to do business with the government agencies. So then the next one would be bidding on the opportunity and getting paid. So that's the same. The process is the same with every agency. And sometimes you can bid on the opportunity before you even register, right? So next one is DUNS number. So how many businesses know what a DUNS number is and they actually have one for their business? So drop me a yes or got it or anything in this chat section. Let me know what's going on. I'm still gonna explain it a little bit. But a DUNS like it says, it stands for Data Universal Numbering System, and it's a unique identifier for your business. So it's like your business's social security number. Yep, social security number, right? And this is used to check your business credit, right? So think about this. If I wanted to do business with Farron's company, right? Am I saying that right? Is it Farron? Please let me know. Farron or Farron? I'm sure I'm saying it wrong.
It's fair. It's
Farron.
fair.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm sorry about it. I have no way to do that because my name is Shakia. But yeah, so Farron's company, if I wanted to do business with Farron's company, and Farron he wanted my DUNS number to check the credit history of my business, he'll see, oh man, she defaulted on this loan, she don't pay her bills back. Now he knows, okay, I'm not gonna mess with Shakia on this, right? So it's a 9-digit code. Over here, I need to update this slide, but it doesn't take 2 weeks to get your DUNS number. It literally takes maybe 2 days. Now, a long time ago, it used to take at least a week. But yeah, so, and you can apply for this and get your DUNS number for free with this particular link. And there are two, like, I'm not going to go to it. I would love to, but in time doesn't permit it right now. But you'll need 2 forms of document to prove where your business is located. And because that's how the code is set up to your business. It's based on where your business is located. So Vernell said, I know, but I'd like to know how to find my verified DUNS number with the government. Okay, so let me go ahead. I'm gonna just go ahead and show you, because the same way you apply for it is the same way you go to figure out what your DUNS number is for your business right now. So, and I'll do that really quickly, and I'll actually drop this in the chat for you to be able to follow or click on it if you want. So once you get here, actually it's one business day. So you get here, you click to request a DUNS number, fill out all this good information. Okay. Florida. So BCA2TT. Oh, you just see the slides. Dang it. I gotta really get this. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna go back to this again. Oh, got it. So let's do this. So we have it here. Once you get here to the website, it'll say click to request that DUNS number. You'll click on it and then input all of this information. This is really just if you only put like the necessary information, it'll just be the business name and then the state that the business is registered in. This little code down here. MRA. Got it. Okay. So now this is how it usually works. If your business already has a DUNS number, you'll just do this to request your existing DUNS number or view to modify. But if you don't, you just click here to request a new DUNS number. And it also shows you the documentation. So you'll need 2 forms of documentation to prove where your business is located. And that'll show, you can use any of these, 2 of these, and then to modify it, you'll have to show this stuff. So that's pretty much it, high level. I'm gonna head back to the presentation now. So are we good on DUNS numbers? We good on those? Got it. Okay, cool. Let's move on to our next one. So NAICS codes, and these NAICS stands for North American Industry Classification Codes. So there are a lot of different, no problem, Burnell, no problem. There are a lot of different codes that you can use to identify what industry your business is in. I actually already have this one up. So identify what industry your business is in. So these are used for multiple different purposes. So for your business is to identify, like I said, the industry, but also the size standards in terms of where your business fits before it's no longer classified as a small business. So businesses based off of what industry they're in are classified. I mean, they have a certain cap to where if it's, $1 million or $1.5 million, you're no longer considered a small business. It really just depends on whatever that industry is. So I'm actually going to show you how to identify these NAICS codes. The website that we're going to use is census.gov. So once you get to the census.gov website, there's a link here in the top navigation part that says find a code, and you'll hover over and click on NAICS code lookup. So the best way to do this is, like I said, you already have that list of those products and services that your business will be able to provide. So then we'll go high level, we'll go cleaning. I always do cleaning. Give me another keyword and we'll play with that one, because I always do cleaning. Let's get one more keyword. Accounting. I'll do that one. Let me move this up.
Trucking.
Let's see. Oh God. Okay. There we go. Trucking. So I think that one would be more logistics. I think transportation. That's what I put an S on the end. Transportation. Yeah, and you'll have to look through these to just really identify what. So here we are, freight transportation. The NAICS code is 481212, right? 481212. And over here it outlines, all of the information about this particular NAICS code. So the next slide actually talks about how to identify who the people within your organization that are doing the NAICS code, that actually have contracts with government agencies. So keep this NAICS code, and I'm going to look for some more, but keep that NAICS code so that way I can show you exactly how many businesses are using it. So we're going to go with accounting. Okay, so we have accounting machines. Oh, certified CPAs. So right here, it's 541211. That would be for you, Charles. And then we have cybersecurity somewhere. Yeah, I think it could just be security. Yeah, it may just be security. This would happen to be the same as a classification code for the IRS. I think the IRS does ask for a NAICS code. Yes, when you are applying, they do ask for it. Yeah, it's all connected. This is just census. So yeah, let's see. Security. It's a technical NAICS code. Technicals is 5-4. Hold on. Science, software. There are a few of them. I can't really find one right now, but okay, so we're gonna skip that part. But we have one. So do you remember that trucking NAICS code? The logistics NAICS code?
48212.
Okay, let me go back here. All right, so let me hit this one first just to explain it before we get to it, right? So this one talks about leveraging, let me turn this video because it does make it slow sometimes. This talks about leveraging the government spending data. So there's a website at the federal level that you'll be able to utilize to see how many or what companies have contracts with your particular with your particular industry codes, and how much the government agency is spending with these different companies. So we're going to go ahead and head on over to the USA Spending website. So usaspending.gov. I think it's just my very next one. Right, let me hide the little floating thing. All right, so once you get to the usaspending.gov website, you'll hover over award search and you'll click on keyword search. And what was the NAICS code one last time?
48212.
48212. Something's missing. 548212?
I think so.
Oh, Jesus. Hold on. I want to hit this one, so let's see. It was 481212. 481212. 481212. All right, so up here in this summary, this search summary, you can see the total prime award contracts for this one is $38.1 billion, right? That has been spent in this industry. And that's been 31,000 transactions that have been done. So when you go here, you could actually see what company was awarded this contract, the dates of these contracts, how much these contracts were worth, what awarding agency, and also what sub-awarding agency. You want to click on it to see a little bit more about United Launch Service. Also, let's do it by date. Let's arrange it by date. Some recent stuff. The 25th, this one just happened, 248,000. So let's click and see what Henry's Aerial Services end up getting with that contract. And you can also see how long these contracts last. So right here, you can see the start date and then the potential end date, right? So this is good because it gives you the projections of when this contract is going to be up, and it allows you to be able to target this particular agency closer to the end date of this contract. This one, it seems like it could possibly just be for like a a smaller period of time. It's not like years, or they don't have options on this contract. So they may not be renewing this contract at all, but this is the Department of Interior, right? And you want to see more about this company, you just click on here. You can see how many transactions. So total transactions, they've had $6.3 million with them. So this could be a good opportunity to connect with this company to partner with them, because maybe they don't have reach in, or maybe you could work with them as a subcontractor, right? So that's why USA Spending is good. It gives you an outlook of how much companies are spending. It gives you an outlook of how much these agencies are spending. And then it also shows you what companies are awarded these contracts. So when we talk about subcontracting opportunities with prime contractors, usually depending on how much the contract is awarded for, they are required to do business with subcontractors. So that's why it's good to really, another reason it's good to get those certifications. So we'll do that. Where are we now? So yes, I'm only gonna do one for that one, unless, no, it's 7:18. I gotta get out. I gotta get done with this. I know people have other stuff to do. So let's go back to the presentation. Does that help you understand like how these codes work and things like that?
Yes,
Robert says these codes. Okay, Robert said these codes
that's a
confuse
lot
me.
of money there.
Listen, y'all think it's a game, and I'm serious. These people have money. They have money. So, Robert, if you want to talk a little bit about these codes, cyber. Okay, I'm glad you found it. What is the code for that cyber, Gigi? I really want to know, so that way it'll make it a little bit easier for me. Robert, if you want to have like a side conversation talking about these codes and really just identifying them for your business, let me know. Got it. Oh, you found that one. Okay, cool. Hi, Chantel. We have nothing but time. So we'll go into, is the prime able to pick subcontractors, or does the government still have to approve it? The prime can pick these contractors. So but the contractor has to be certified in order for it to go on their subcontractor plan. So that's the kicker for it. You have to be certified in order for them to get to meet those compliance goals for working with diverse businesses. And just to show you, I'll go back to this a little bit, but you can take that company's name, that company's information, and really just, ingenuity. Henry's, is it Aerial Service Incorporated? Figure out their website. And usually these agencies, or these, bigger companies, they have a portion on their website that says, let me just do services. Let's see if it comes up from there. All right. That's on a different company. Actually, we don't have to do that, but I don't want to go through that whole search process, because it's definitely going to take a lot. Well, it won't take a lot, but either way, yeah, you'll be able to go to the regular nice old trusty old Google and do a quick search to get information, and go to that company's website. And from there, you'll be able to see what verbiage they're using in terms of how they are advertising their services. You'll be able to see what their capability statement looks like. You'll be able to see capability or NAICS codes that maybe you weren't thinking about. Yes, this is recorded, and I will give you the access to it after this. It'll probably be in the morning, because sometimes it takes a little bit to download and upload to the training portal that we actually use. So yeah, and yeah, so that's the best way to do it, and figure out if these agencies actually have opportunities. How do you determine which code to choose, or at least start with? So start with what codes outline whatever products and services you provide, and then also you can look at codes that complement the services that your business provides as well. So for example, CJ's company is in accounting, but he would also be able to utilize a consulting NAICS code, which is 541611, because even if he isn't doing high level, like all CPA work, he can still do accounting work as well. He can still do consulting work as an accountant. He can consult with the agencies as an accountant. So that one, again, that consulting and management consulting one is 541611. Yeah, pretty sure 611. And then she says she's bringing a whole team of What whole team? I'm sorry. But so okay, so let me hop back in here really quickly. So to do business with the federal government, there's a system that you have to apply for. So it's called SAM, and it's a system for awards management. It is 100% free to apply for this. I have to stress this because as soon as you Google SAM, there's going to be a registration company that pops up and charge you, I think like $800, $900 to do a registration in SAM for you when it's completely free. So yeah, you can, so SAM system is how the government agencies track what vendors they can do. Well, the federal government, let me throw that out there. The federal government tracks what vendors they have. So they track their suppliers using the SAM system. This is also how they understand how to pay you. They know, because in this system, you'll also input your bank account information. They'll understand how to pay you, reach out to you as well. And then yes, you need to be incorporated before you register in SAM. You have to be an incorporated business before doing any of these steps, I guess, in terms of getting started in the process. And then also, so this is also how they pay you. And then of course they search for entities to do different things as well. So sometimes you could possibly just get an email with LLC is good. LLC is good. Sometimes you can just get an email that's saying, we're looking for these services. Can you, respond, basically, and letting us know. So they're just requesting information. And you do want to respond to these RFIs because sometimes your business can be the only business responding to these RFIs. Ashley says, currently I don't have a business that does business with the government that would be creating one. So would I go by my current skills, or who can I find to get these jobs? I went to contract, sorry. So stick to the skills that you have right now, and that you can leverage to do business with the government once you actually start your business. Right? You don't want to necessarily, just like I was saying before, try to go out and find opportunities, bid on them, and then look for companies to do the work. That's risky because when you're doing business with government agencies, your reputation is everything. You mess up once and everybody's gonna find out about it. It's like, and because they also have a system where they analyze, or they rate businesses that they've worked with. So that's pretty much how that works. I've got a few different questions. How do you get an RFI? So RFIs happen, like I said, they can email you and just ask questions, but also they post RFIs or sources sought on the federal government site, and I'll show you that. If we were on a contract, what documents would we list on the NAICS Code? I'm sorry, Gigi, would you ask that question just a little? I'm sorry. Contracts, what I think she'll know. Yeah, let me know. I think that may be something we have to talk about offline. But I'm gonna show you this SAM account. The SAM. I'm glad I can go straight to this now. So I'm gonna show you this SAM account right now. So it's a two-part process when registering with SAM, because you have to create an account and then wait for the account to get approved, and then you have to complete an entity registration. And then also this SAM is good for searching other businesses as well. So like now, I didn't do this earlier, but Henry's no. Either way, Henry, I think it's A right now. You can search for companies in here. I'll go back. I'll search for my own company. You can see that one for sure. So. And then you'll be able to go in. You'll see the status of my account. It's active. You can see my DUNS number. You can see all of my codes. You'll see all the certifications that my business has. So yeah, you see all the NAICS codes that we have. And then PSC codes too. That one, I'll send a link for you to go ahead and look for those. But they're basically along the same lines as a NAICS code. It just identifies the industry. So yeah, so what you'll do is you go here, you'll create an account. This is like a 3-step process. I swear. They ask for a phone number. They want you to verify this account multiple different ways. So once you've actually got the got the approval for the account, then that's when you'll come back here, you'll sign in. And once you sign in, they always do this agree to the terms and services right here. So just utilizing the platform. So then you'll come in and you have to do an entity registration. So you'll do register a new entity, and then you'll go through that process. So that's how you apply to actually become a vendor with the federal government. Once you create this SAM account, you just created a SAM account. But to honestly to really become a supplier, you have to complete the entity registration, right? And once you complete that entity registration, you'll be assigned a cage code. So then you go here, I'll show you. Yeah, you'll be assigned a cage code by the DLA. So 2 quick tips about the cage code process. Once you've created that entity registration, the DLA will email you to just ask some clarifying questions. If you have a like a virtual office, or you have like a co-working space, let's say your business is at a co-working space, they're going to ask you, is it a virtual office, or is it, you know, a private office or a co-working space? Do not tell these people that you have a virtual office, right? Because they are going to deny your claim and tell you that you should go and get a personal office or a share office. So another thing is, sometimes when they look up your address, other businesses will come up under that same address. That's not a problem. You just have to let them know that this is a location that has multiple businesses, like it's multiple private offices or multiple private desks, or it's a co-working space. You can tell them that stuff, but you are not allowed to have a virtual office. Do we have any questions about that? No? Okay. I'll answer some quick questions. Where do you get all these certifications? Oh, go ahead. Someone had a question?
Yes. I'm in the process of registering for SAM, and I made that mistake where I said it's a virtual office.
Yes.
And now I'm trying to correct it. And do you think I should still use that address that I used, or just use like my home address or something like that?
So can you receive mail there?
To the virtual office?
Yes.
Yes.
So you told them it was a virtual office. Dang. So I think this is really going to be the tricky part. So try it again. And then when they ask, if they ask again, you just let them know that you misunderstood the question, and that it is a co-working space, not a virtual office, right? Because at a co-working space, you know, you can have a private desk there or any of that, but you'll still be able to receive mail there. So let them know that it's a co-working space, not a virtual office. And that is where, you know, you go out of there and you work out of that space. Does that help?
And yeah, and they also asked for verification, and they were saying something about they don't want to see, they want to see like a signed lease. Like I did all of it online through Regis. Do you happen to know like what?
So you should be able to use that same Regis lease agreement, or that approval, like that you paid for that space. You should still be able to use that. Just make sure that it doesn't say virtual, right? And if it says virtual, make sure you contact Regis and let them know that, you know, you're going through an application process and you need a lease agreement.
Okay.
And then just let them know, like, don't put virtual on there. I have an office space with you guys. Like, you have the leverage right now because you paying them your money. So you can request these certain things from them.
Okay.
Okay. You can use your home address. However, because this is a public domain and all of this government information is public, I do not suggest it, because, you know, there's some crazy people out there. They will look you up, and I don't know, they may knock on your door or something. Do you assist with registration? I was told that it can be very tedious. Can you wait? Tedious, and one thing is, can you talk about how you have to wait 3 months before? Oh no, you don't have to wait 3 months for your registration to be approved. They are doing this within like 2 weeks now. Like, it doesn't take that long. And then if there is a rush process, like if you were bidding on a contract or something, it doesn't take 3 weeks to get registered as a vendor in SAM. Hello? I can hear you.
Oh, you can hear me. Hey, Shakia, this is Gia. It's just easier for me to ask you. I'll just ask you online because I'm a current government contractor, and I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to ask the contract rep, for the next code. But I was wondering what documents typically would have the next code, so I can just do
Oh,
my
for
diligence
your
and not.
particular contractor, right?
Right, right.
Okay, so that'll be, you can leverage any of these tools. Like going back to Sam, you'll be able to, because of you already know the company's name, or if you can get the company's DUNS number or something, you'll be able to search in here and see all
Okay.
of their different NAICS codes that they are using currently, right? And
Okay.
then also depending on like who you are doing business with now, you can also leverage that same information, get that company information, and then go back to that USA spending website to see what agencies that they already have contracts with and how much these contracts are for as well. So literally like recycling, using these different sites to gather all of that same information about that business is the best way to do the work.
Okay. Yeah, because when I looked at the cyber codes, there's so many, and I was trying to find what I specifically do. So that's why I was trying to see how to reverse engineer. But okay, I'll
That's
take that.
it.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
No problem. All right, so I'm gonna move on to our next. Oh, I'm already on the presentation. I thought I was showing you something else. Okay, so state and local government agencies. So I did say in the very beginning that navigating these state and local agency websites can be sometimes cumbersome, but usually when you go to these different agency websites, you're looking for three different things: doing business with, a tab that either says doing business with, procurement, or finance, and then also, like I said before, identifying that department that your business wants to work with. So we'll go here and I'm gonna switch the screen. Someone give me a location, and then we'll play with navigating a city website.
New York.
New York. Oh, I hate New York's website, but I'll go to it.
Yeah, I was trying to do it, and it's like a prism. Like you
Okay,
can't.
give me a city in New York. Like where?
New York. I'm in New York
New
City.
York City. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, New York City. Let's go here. Oh, trusty Google. Got it. All right, so you are here, you made it to the page, and then the first thing, you go down here to business and consumers. Right, and then here we go, business. Only reason I hate New York's website is because they take you to so many external links that it drives me crazy. So you see here, like I was saying, doing business with the government, it immediately shows like all of the different ways you can do business with them. And then, federal contracts, they also have a certification process for minority-owned, women-owned businesses. You can even use this to find businesses in the directory. They have a locally based enterprise program as well. I know down here in Broward, we have a county procurement process. And so that's usually the way to go through and do that stuff. Sorry, I got some lunatics in this house. To find those different opportunities. Now let's go back here and play with this. So let's see, like I said, New York is a little bit annoying. City contracts, there we go. City contracts, there we go. All right, so click on here, doing business with New York City. And there we go. They talk about, how it works, getting paid. They even tell you about, vendor payment process, registering to do business with them, and then city agency contract. So like I said, they have a different portal. Yeah, I'm not going to click on it, but it'll end up taking you to a different site for you to be able to register to do business with the city of New registering to do business with the city of New York. And then of course they show you also how to do business with, how to get paid with them. So just another one. I'll do a quick one from somewhere else. Let me hide this floating media thing. PG County. Y'all love PG County, don't y'all? I put PG too. Okay. So here we are, Prince George County in Maryland. And then we, again, you immediately get here to this government website, and they only give you a few options. Here we go, business, and then doing business with us. They have, here for bid opportunities, any certifications, registering online as a vendor. So let's click here. Let's just really play with the bid opportunities portion. So usually cities, like I said, cities and counties, all of them have different requirements. So they're all using different procurement portals. That is until GovLiaise is out on the market, right? So then you'll be able to see here they have a flood warning gauge system that they need by April 23rd. This is the pre-bid date, but they actually are closing this contract on May 8th. So the last day to bid on it is May 8th. And let's see if they're gonna charge. So some charged for you to bid on these products. Let me allow it for PGK. Once again, let's just say, all right, so never mind. I would have to register on their platform and log in order to download this. So I'm not going to download it, but that's usually how it works, right? How it works when navigating these cities and counties and local government websites, even with the state. Let me show you the state of Florida for one final example. Right, so we get here to my Florida. Okay, well, we can search. Or let's say with procurement. That's another thing too. Leverage these search pages on these websites. Oh, yeah, you do that. You give you procurement for all of the different, well, a lot of the different counties. So boom, let's just click here. Polk County. Right here, they talk about their procurement process, any bids that they have available. You can see that the dates that they're due as well. So, okay. Moving away from that, going on to our next topic. Does that help anyone understand like the navigating those sites a little bit? No, so you don't have to be located in that city and state to do business with them. But if you were looking to get certified or something like that, they usually require you to well, yeah, you'll have to be in that area. So if you want to get certified with that particular agency, then yeah, you'll need to have a address there. But to do business with them, no, you can do business with any organization. So we already did that. Certifications, like I said, there are opportunities to get certified at the federal, state, and local government levels. A lot of them have small business programs in place. Some of them don't have a small business program in place. The reason that these programs are, let me make sure that you can see my screen right now. So the reason that these programs are important is because they outline different disparities as it relates to working and selling to or working with minority-owned, women-owned, and veteran-owned companies. And like I said, at the state and local government levels, they have disparity studies every 10 years usually, and these disparity studies are conducted through, a long period, different surveys, levels of surveys, where they'll reach out to different businesses in the community, minority-owned business, women-owned businesses, asking them questions about how was the process for you doing business with your local government. Have you ever felt discriminated against? Like all of this stuff. And then they also look at the number of contracts that have been awarded, and then how many of them have actually been awarded to diverse businesses. One thing I say is that when these disparity studies are going on in your local area, make sure you complete these surveys, make sure you're showing up to these meetings, make sure you are letting your voice be heard, because otherwise, the people, if people are in these agencies are not required to do the work, They are not going to add any extra work on top of that. And then, of course, this actually increases economic opportunities in diverse communities, right? That's the biggest thing. You know, we understand that as a Black-owned business, yeah, they will send an email randomly, and then they'll also announce on, like, whether it be social media, in the news, or email, saying we are conducting a disparity study and letting you know about these disparity studies that are actually happening. And then, of course, when the results come out, you also want to be there for that, because if it says we're not doing the city of Fort Lauderdale, I think they just concluded their disparity study, right? But it'll show you if they are doing business with women-owned businesses or minority-owned businesses, and for that case, right? So that's big. Like, you really want to be here for that. And like I said, for women-owned, Black-owned businesses, minority-owned, Hispanic-owned communities, our businesses are literally the pillars of our communities, right? We are usually the ones to reach back and give opportunities to people that look like us or come from a similar background as us. So that's why it's important to create these economic opportunities, right? There we go. Nope, I'm going the wrong way.
I actually have another
You
question.
got another one? Let's see.
So I'm on LA County's website, and I found a contract that's actually ending in May. And so you were saying earlier that we should reach out to possibly the procurement officer, that point of contact,
So it
for
will
upcoming bids.
But yeah, it'll say that contracting officer. That'll
Okay.
be who you'll want to reach out to, because they are managing that contract. So they may, because it's like more of a service, they may have like an option in place to where they want to renew the contract, or also where there can be an opportunity for, you as a veteran-owned business can get in and do some work with do some work on that contract. Maybe they'll set it aside for a veteran-owned business at that point.
Okay, thank you.
And another good contact for you would be the VA. They have, another thing I want to throw out there is all of the different agencies have small business development like departments as well. So those are the people who are in charge of outreach to small businesses and contacting these small businesses and really being an advocate for that small business in terms of helping them get access to these opportunities, right? So you want to also look for the small business development utilization, the small business development utilization, if they have that program within that agency, because like I said, that person, they already work there, they know these people that you are reaching out to, and they can be that advocate for your business that already, leverage their connection to the people in that space. Quick back to certifications. I think we hit this a little bit. They have the veteran-owned business certification, woman-owned business certification, minority-owned. I'm pretty sure you've heard of the 8A program. I don't recommend getting the 8A going through the 8A program if you are just getting started with the government contracting. I always say wait until you understand how this contracting process works and get a little bit of them under your belt, because once you go through that 8A program, there are a lot of opportunities that you can just get without, those like the the 8A program is really where you get into those pre-acquisition phases, and you don't have to compete for any of these contracts. I'm literally still waiting. And also, you have to be in business, I think it's 2 or 3 years before you can apply for that one. But I'm like, maybe next year I'm gonna go out for my 8A. So I'm gonna be a baller next year, y'all. I'm gonna be a baller. But yeah, so, and like I said, at the state and local or the county level, they have different certification programs in place as well. So look for those. In terms of getting ready to do certifications, make sure that you are not wasting your precious time getting all of these different certifications because there are so many of them. Even in the corporate space, like the woman-owned certification, the minority-owned certification, like the NMSDC, they have a certification for minority-owned businesses, and those are to help you do business with corporations. So, you know, Gigi, you want to do business working with Google, right? You're a veteran-owned business. You're also a woman-owned business. You want to do business working with Google, you can do that, right? Because these corporations also have supplier diversity programs in place as well. So back to this certification. You want to make sure that that you meet the qualifications for these certifications, and that also you will be leveraging this certification. Don't just go out and get every certification known to man, because you will waste a lot of time just gathering certifications when you really need to be practicing, bidding on contracts, reaching out to these people, and really building up that network in this government space. And then next, gather the documents before you start that application, because you have a lot of people who will start the application and then they'll just stop there. They'll finish the application and then they'll just stop there. Oh, I couldn't find this paperwork. Oh, I couldn't get my business tax receipt. Or, oh, I still need to go get my business tax receipt. You want to make sure you have all of those documents together and then complete that application, so that way you can submit it and just wait to get approved. Right? That's what you want to be able to do. And then also, if there's some documentation that you don't have, maybe your business doesn't need it, right? You can write a letter of explanation saying, you know, so for my certification, they ask for payroll, right? I am the only person. So for me, it was, and everybody else is 1099, but they asked for like payroll, like your W-2s and all of that stuff. They asked me for that. So I had to write a letter explaining, you know, GovLea does not have, you know, W-2 employees and, you know, X, Y, and Z. And I submitted that, and that worked in terms of, you know, me meeting those requirements for that documentation that I needed. So do I have any questions on this before I head on to the next one and then just talk about a little bit about finding opportunities, because we did kind of do that government website one. So I have any questions? Is everybody good? Let me know if you're good in the comment section. Just say GTG, I'm good, I'm straight, whatever you want to say, let me know. Good. Okay. All right. Robert's good. GTG, Trinae's Gucci. Gucci. Okay. Okay. Past topic. So in theory, I could have co-work spots, addresses that can receive my mail and still be truly virtual. Yes, you can. The thing is, we just don't want to highlight too much of that, right? You still want it to seem as if you are working out of that space. And then, of course, if you can receive mail and work out of that space, you want to leverage that as being your location, instead of, you know, letting them know that it's virtual or whatever like that. Just tell them, like I said, it's co-working, or it's you have a private office and there's multiple buildings in that space, or yeah. So that works. So this one is finding opportunities. So we'll hit the finding opportunities at the federal government level. So this is, like I said, the acquisition phase, right, where you are looking for these opportunities to do business with the government agencies. And you'll use systems like sites like this. Beta.sam.gov is where you find federal contracting opportunities. Let me switch over to that. So yeah, does anyone remember their NAICS codes? I need someone to drop it in the chat, please. Drop it in the chat. Let me know. Okay, I got one. 541512. So this is, you'll use these NAICS codes, you'll use keywords, any of that, to come in and search for these different opportunities, right? And then you have to make sure you sort it by the latest updated, because sometimes it'll pull up something that you don't necessarily, you can't even apply for it because it was like 30 years ago, right? But does any of these look like something that you'll be able to do, Robert? Let me know. I'll click on it and then we'll go further into it. So enterprise data loss prevention. Actually, Robert, can you just take yourself off mute and then let's talk through this a little bit. Cybersecurity RFM. Which one was that one? I didn't see that one. Cybersecurity. I'll type in cybersecurity. Usually the keywords aren't that great. But okay, here we go. Nope, that's 2006. Let's go back.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
All right.
This
I got a
one
video too.
How's it
But
doing?
cybersecurity, I got this thing all messed up. And somebody else was trying to get into cybersecurity as well.
Yeah, GG.
RMF is so broad, but I'm trying to see if I could find risk management framework.
Okay, are there any other I guess NAICS codes that you were able to find for that?
Yes.
Okay,
So
which
there
one?
are a few. You can try 517110.
517110, right?
Yes.
Okay, there we go. Let's see. Sorted by latest updates. This was February. Okay, so this is the response date. It was March 25th. So they don't have anything latest right now, but this was the most recent one. And I'll click on it and we'll just look through it a little bit. I'll exit out of that. Okay, so you'll see here, the title of it, who the agencies that are actually doing this. This is actually in Saudi Arabia, so this could have been a contractor opportunity for you to go out of the country. Okay, but yeah, so this shows the dates that it was published, and then Precious. Okay, all right, Precious. Like I said, shoot me an email if you got any questions or something or anything I can help you with, okay? And then also, yeah, so then you'll see here like the date that you're required to respond. Usually here is where they'll show whether it's a set aside for a woman-owned, veteran-owned, minority-owned, 8A, any of those different certified businesses, they'll have that set aside right there. And then here's the high level like description and everything, and then just more information about it. So we'll scroll down to the bottom. They don't have any documents, but usually you'll download the RFP, and then usually they also have the information for the contracting officers here. You'll get their email, their phone number, and you'll be able to contact them. So that's usually how to find those opportunities. I'm gonna hit one more. 541611. The administrative one. So then we have right here a request for proposal for professional services. Let's see if it's set aside. No, it's not set aside. I really want to set aside one. Here we go. Okay, so same information, the date that is due, May 6th, all of that good stuff. And then here, so it's set aside for a total small business. So that just means like a really small business, basically. And you can see all of the information in here about it, just not all of it. You can see most of it. Of course, you'll have to download this document to see more about the particular opportunity. And then you can see, like I said, here's the contracting officer, Glenn, and their phone number, their email for you to be able to reach out and contact and talk to them about certain things as well. So let's go ahead and finish this thing up. I will, like I said, this is recorded. I will upload this so you can go back, do some playbacks. And then for everyone that end up actually getting the tickets, and we have a consulting session for our shakers and a doing your business guide for both the shakers and the movers. I'll have all of that stuff out to you as well. And then finally, I'm actually gonna skip all of this. We also have a gift to where you can go in and create a do-it-yourself capability statement. On our website, there's a way for you to go in, and I'll actually just show you right now. Create kind of like a Canva style, Canva style do-it-yourself capability statement. Let me show you really quickly. And you know, it's completely free for attending this actual presentation. And then of course the code is YGC Free Cape State 2020. I'll drop that in there and also do an email after this. So when you go to our website on GovLea, you'll click on Browse Solutions and you'll be able to click here. So we also do custom capability statements as well. Oh, I actually have an example. So one of our clients, don't do this to me right now. One of our clients ended up coming to us with their capability statement, and you know, this is what it looked like. And you know, we really looked through it. It had all the information in there that we really needed, but because it was more of a production company, we really wanted to like spice it up a little bit to really make it stand out in terms of like marketing. But you see, all of the information is there. It shows the past performance, who they've worked with, all the contact information, logo, and then we end up going in and creating a new capability statement that really just spoke to the brand of that company to do. So I'm actually gonna just close this one out because it's showing here. This is what the new one looks like that we end up doing in terms of like the custom capability statements. So you can see really just made everything more of like a one-pager. It's easier to look at, threw some color in there, some logos, and then a few icons and a nice description and a picture and stuff here. So that's what we end up doing with that one. But we also have, like I said, this do-it-yourself tool where you can go in and create a capability statement. So you'll just add it to cart, and then you'll be able to start designing. So we have a few different designs over here, and you can go in and edit the stuff in this one. Yeah, you'll be able to go in and edit the stuff in here and say whatever you want to say. And then proceed, complete the payment. I mean, not the payment. Yeah, complete to payment. And then you put that, where do we get the templates? From our website. So you go to govlea.com and then you go to Browse Solutions. And that's how you'll be able to get this one. And like I said, it is free for your participation in this presentation. Hold up. I'm gonna switch so I can give you the code because I want to make sure I'm not giving you the wrong code. And we're actually closing out here. So yep, that's basically it. It's a company resume. That's a good one. That's a good way to explain it. And the coupon code is YGC Free Cape 2020. And that'll zero out that payment for that capability statement. So that's our free gift. And then finally, of course, I wouldn't be a business owner if I didn't ask for your help and your support. So if you can, or not even if you can, just if you can go ahead and create a profile on our platform. Like I said, right now we are in the process of getting ready to start going to market, but it'll be very beneficial for us if when we go to market, we'll be able to share with these agencies, with these other organizations, hey, we have a number of 50 small businesses already on our platform ready to do business, or whatever the case may be. It doesn't expire. That coupon code doesn't expire. It's for the remainder of the year, actually. So yeah, it expires at the end of the year. Let's just throw that out there, but you can do it whenever. But yeah, so with our platform, if you can go in and create a profile, a small business profile on there, and that website is app.govlea.com. I can actually show you what like your profile would look like for the business. Sheesh, hold on, so Zach's. I can actually show you what it'll look like for the business. Thank you, Charles. I appreciate that. I want to show you the quick and dirty, just to show you what the profile page will look like. I'm very excited. Like I said, that first platform that we created had some pretty bad bugs. And we started using it and everything just started breaking. Like, it was so embarrassing, y'all. My heart was broken. But you know, well, like I said, we end up basically changing the platform, starting over, and we've been able to like create some pretty good stuff in the last few weeks. Okay. I'm gonna switch the, can you see my screen now? Okay, so basically now you should be able to see it. There we go. So this is like what the business profile will look like. Basically like a digital capability statement, and businesses and agencies will be able to search within our platform just like they're using the SAM one, but this will be more for the state and local government level. But you'll be able to see this information. Really serves as a good marketing tool as well, because you'll be able to share your capability statement with other agencies. They will see a public facing side of this, and this is what the public facing side of your profile will look like. You know, links to your website. They want to register and connect with your business, they'll be able to connect with him. They'll see whatever products and services you provide, socioeconomic status. Do you accept government credit cards? The answer is yes. It's always yes, y'all. And then of course your geographical location and stuff. So when we're on GovLea, do we have to bid on jobs for them to search for us or contact us? So right now, the way that it will work, you won't be able to bid on the jobs initially. They'll just be able to use it for sourcing. So they'll be able to search for your business within the platform based on whatever services, NAICS codes, and then of course status as well. So if it's a woman-owned business, they'll be able to search based off of that, and then of course the location as well. So really starting with that high, like from, you know, really just trying to go to market with something, and then of course adding on to it after that. So yeah. Oh, Ashley, what do you put on your capability statement if you haven't worked with any clients? We talked about this a little bit before, but you'll use your personal experience. You use the work that you've done, because at the end of the day, like we said, you are the business. You are your business, and you're the best advocate for your business. No male-owned certifications. But listen, if you are a Black man, leverage that, okay? Thank you. Minority owned. And then final ask is also if you can do a review. If you can do a review of this webinar, of our encounter, any of that on Google or Facebook, I would really appreciate that as well. Really trying to get the messaging out there, because, you know, we've been working, really been working, and, you know, continuous. So now it's time for us to actually start making some things happen in terms of letting people know that we're out there. So if you can do that, we will also appreciate that as well. I will send another email out with, you know, these links to get this stuff done. And thank y'all so much. Oh, connect with me on social media. I'm GovLea on every single platform. Instagram, Twitter. I'm on LinkedIn, Shakia Kegler on LinkedIn. Yeah, connect with us. Instagram, I do a lot of good content on all of them actually. But Instagram, we're pretty active on like sharing digital, like visual stuff on there. So thank you so much. Any questions, let me know. Here's my email if any of you ever want to hit me up. Questions, any of that. So thank y'all. I see we don't have no questions, so I'm actually going, I done held y'all hostage for 2 hours. So have a good one. Enjoy your weekend. Stay safe out here in this whole corona situation. So talk to y'all soon. All right.